2010 328i BMW was recharged by another shop. They're just looking for a leak. They did an excellent job recharging this car. Right now I have it working at minimum load. It's testing the lowest temperature. It goes to 37 degrees duct dash temperature. And so this is the second time they charged it. And the only thing they didn't do was a UV dye. And if you take a really close look at the system, you cannot see any air conditioning lines. To your eyes, they're nearly invisible. There's an expansion valve that's buried way to hell back there in the line. One of the lines are almost 2 feet back there along the wall. It's hidden underneath there. Everything is hidden and out of the way on this. Actually, you need to take off all this plastic, all the boxes and the bottom to get down into the expansion valve area. And then taking up the filter area, you could get down into the evaporator area. Very slow leak. Took 4 months and he just charged it up. I was called out here and the shop owner wasn't here to let me know that he charged up, but when I put my refrigerant analyzer and I tapped into the port and I took a sample of the refrigerant, it was 100% R134A with 0% air. When I seen 0% air, I knew somebody knew what they were doing when they recharged, because they got no air in the system. They properly evacuated it out and charged it out without getting any air percentage in there. That was a good job. Right there I knew it was worked on. The only thing, just no UV and dye installed. So if I cannot find it using electronic leak detector, I think they're cleaning the car overnight. Let the car sit undisturbed, not started, and let the accumulation somewhere in the line to the evaporator somewhere, the leak will leak and it'll accumulate a little bit of refrigerant, hopefully. That's if it leaks when it's off. It might be one of those leaks that only leaks while it's running and going down the road. You never know. So if it's in the evaporator, you could let it accumulate overnight and then check your leak detector first thing in the morning. And that will help you find a leak in the evaporator that slowly accumulates overnight. Because as soon as you turn it on and you get the fresh air going from the blower, it'll wipe away all that refrigerant, and the leak will be too small for you to pick up with a leak detector if it's that small. So the secret to that is let it set overnight, don't turn it on, and then do your leak check without any air moving through your shop. So if you have shop doors in the front and the back and you get air swishing through your shop, don't do that. And you don't want nobody spraying brake cleaner, carburetor cleaner, any chemicals around that can set your leak detector off either. You want to calibrate your leak detector outside and zero it in the fresh air and then walk in the shop. If anything sets it off and you're looking for a small leak, you will have to calibrate for the contaminant in the air from the brake cleaner or carburetor cleaner, and you won't be able to find your small leak on your car. So keep that in mind. You have to know how your tools operate. So no real video on this one other than hopefully maybe if it stays here overnight, I'll be looking for the leak tomorrow too.